for the WWE Women's Championship, Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton. Alright, so Tiffany Stratton, during the match, does a lot of counters to Jade Cargill. Oh, I should mention, Jade Cargill came out representing Jamaica, so that was a really cool outfit and stuff. Kofi Kingston had some funny words on Twitter/X about that. But as far as getting back to the match, Tiffany Stratton, yeah, she does a lot of counters to Jade Cargill. There's one funny moment where Jade Cargill, she knocks down Tiffany Stratton or throws her back in the ring, and then she gets up on the apron and she just starts flexing and all that stuff, and then Tiffany Stratton gets up and does a drop kick right to her back and sends Jade Cargill flying off the apron. And I was sitting there, I'm like, stay on her, you know, as a fan. I'm like, in the match story wise, stay on her and everything, in terms of like Jade Cargill, you know, none of this flexing. You want a championship, you gotta win that world title. So Jade Cargill, she does break out some new moves, like some sort of like spinning powerbomb. Like she's got Tiffany in the air and spins her around, delivers a powerbomb. That was really cool. Both women do a good job, I think, of showing their athleticism. And Jade did a really good job, I thought, herself, showing that. At one point though, Tiffany Stratton goes for the prettiest moonsault ever, and Jade Cargill, she gets her feet up into the air to counter and then hits the Jaded to Tiffany Stratton. But get this, Jade Cargill pulls so far back into the pinfall, it causes Tiffany's leg to go on top of the bottom rope, causing a break. So essentially, Jade Cargill cost herself the match there. And it's like, wow, because they were very close to the ring, and I'm thinking like, okay, I'm like, instead of getting her to the center, Tiffany Stratton's gonna put her foot on the rope. But no, Jade is the one who pulls back so far. She ends up rolling back, and Jade and essentially does the work for her, puts Tiffany's foot on there. So you know, as far as how that plays in the story, the commentators are talking about how that basically is the inexperience of Jade Cargill. So yeah, Jade, essentially the way this played out story-wise is that Jade could have had this match won had she not pulled so far back and essentially cost herself the match right there for the championship. So eventually Jade Cargill gets Tiffany Stratton on top of the rope to do the super Jaded, but in mid-air, before Jade can send her crashing down, Tiffany Stratton sort of like rolls like head first, like rolls over under Jade Cargill's legs, and that sends Jade Cargill flying, you know, back first right onto the canvas. And from there, Tiffany Stratton delivers the prettiest moonsault ever to get the 1, 2, 3 and retain the WWE Women's Championship. Thus, I think, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat or in the comments if you're watching on demand, but I think this is Jade Cargill's first clean loss on the main roster. I know she lost to what was it, Nia Jax, but I think there may have been shenanigans with that, or there may have been something done storyline wise. But in terms of Jade Cargill coming in 100% clean, 100% health, going up against another opponent who's also at 100% health, wrestling one-on-one, no shenanigans, no story plot points of pre-injuries before the match. Yeah, this is the first time I think that someone's defeated Jade Cargill straight up clean, and I felt this was the hardest match for me to predict. I felt it could have gone either way. I could see that they want to put the title on Jade Cargill and just really start pushing her to the moon as a big superstar, or I could see, hey, they really got a lot of things going with Tiffany Stratton. They want to push her and everything. So yeah, Tiffany has really ranked up some big wins. Charlotte Flair, Trish Stratus, Jade Cargill, they're going all in with the Tiffany Stratton push, and I'm okay with that. Tiffany Stratton has come a long way in a short amount of time, and they've decided to push her over Jade Cargill in this case. So it'd be interesting to see where they go with Jade Cargill after this. The match itself was fine, but I do think I've liked some of the other matches, like the matches Jade Cargill has had with Naomi this year. I love those matches better. The matches that Tiffany Stratton had with Trish Stratus I liked better, even some of the matches with Nia Jax. So this one, yeah, like the match they had on the SmackDown after WrestleMania was pretty okay. And I guess this is their match more so trying to go all out. But yeah, even the way they booked this, like they've never put both these ladies out there for promos. They instead had them do video packages. They only had short backstage segments, so it felt like they weren't even really on the show for that, and that may have been by design. Maybe they didn't trust the women to go out there, obviously on a big show to have a promo back and forth or something like that. So yeah, maybe that. So yeah, the match was okay, I would say. It was all right, but not my favorite Tiffany or Jade Cargill match I've seen this year. All right, so the next match